he didn't really. It was all an illusion. People getting really panicky about witches. So how is everyone? Hello, one person that's here. How are you? It's me again. And it's been a week, a whole week. I haven't uploaded anything else. I was thinking about it, and then I thought, so it's a bit of a I can't be bothered week. It's because it's getting wintry, isn't it? Really. Anyway, yes. So I just saw that Doctor Who, and it had hello Carries, and it had not really witches in it, and it had James the First in it, who was played by the very lovely Alan Cumming. I like Alan Cumming. He's a good bloke, and also James the First is my third cousin, 13 times removed. See, I've been doing the family history. At least my third cousin, 13 times removed, because when you start joining all these people up, you realise, because I was just working on it, I was like, is he? And I was working on it, and I was like, oh, that person's the same as that person, and I was adding them all together, so maybe even closer than that. But hello Terry, hello BJL. You hated this episode. Oh, right, sorry. But Alan Cumming was hilarious. Alan Cumming is always hilarious. Alan Cumming is quality. Yes, if you've ever seen Plunkett and McLean, he is. Oh, hello from Garndifferth, Diana. Hello. Garndifferth is a good place. It's where my father was born, and my grandmother too, and my grandfather as well, on one side. Ah, yes. So, Alan Cumming, he is good in Plunkett and McLean is a very good film, in a way. It's got its plus, but I think it's because it's got an aesthetic, it's a sort of punky aesthetic, and Alan Cumming's very good in it, and I think he's got a big pink hat at some point, and it's got lots of people that you recognise from comedy in the UK. So yeah, that's worth watching. Yes, so Alan Cumming, yes, Alan Cumming, got a bit of a crush on Alan Cumming. He's very good, yes, and you can have a crush on anyone really, whether you've got any chance with them or not. I think that's how crushes work, because you're never going to meet them anyway. Does it matter? You know, you can just, yeah. Alan Cumming, quality, top quality. Yes, he's very good in Good Wife, and he's very good in High Life, and he's very good in everything. Really camps it up a lot, but nothing wrong with that. That's something to see. Yes. Yeah. So I like that. What was her name? Is it Siobhan something? I don't know. She was in Downton Abbey. The person from Downton Abbey. They were right. Muddy witches. What's to say about that? It was Muddy Witches. I think it was better than some episodes that have been, and worse than others. But you know, at least the Doctor did something. I was thinking about this though. If because the way that the show runs, if something has already happened in history and everyone knows about it, then the Doctor tends not to do anything about it except to make sure that everything happens the way it did. But if, as was pointed out, this, you know, because I want to call him Rob. What's his name? Graham. Graham said, I don't remember this happening. This isn't part of history. So that was carte blanche to really do whatever you want and, yeah, interfere and, yeah, do the whole let's save the witches thing. So that's fair enough. I don't know. It's just the premise of Doctor Who is Doctor can't do anything if it's already happened. It was just the reason why the Doctor didn't go and save Rory and I want to say Rory and Rose, but Rose as well. Rory and not Clara. Rory and the red-headed one. Rory's wife. Her. Yeah. So yeah, Siobhan Finneran. Yes, exactly. Yes, that was. I didn't like that film, but yeah, Siobhan. That's her name. I knew she was called Siobhan. I was like, is she though? Why did you? Yeah. Anyway, yes. What was the name of that red-headed one? I've gone completely blank. I don't know. I've just been acting a little bit sort of like hyper today. I've just been going around singing and making stupid Amy Pond, of course it was Amy Pond, making stupid jokes and everything. Like earlier on, my flatmate said something about Rimsky-Korsakov, so I started going around being a blue meanie, being Max out of Yellow Submarine, going Rimsky-Korsakov, and he was like, "Are you on drugs or something?" He said, "No, this is just me when I don't have a headache, and I've got a headache a lot, and I feel ill a lot. So when I don't feel ill a lot, I'm sort of, way, happy to be alive. Rimsky-Korsakov. So that is a bit weird. He didn't really know what I was doing. And I said, it's from the Yellow Submarine. What? Yeah. And also, earlier on, we watched an episode of Star Trek Next Generation from ages ago. And Gene Simmons was in it. And I was like, Gene Simmons looks different without the black and white makeup. And my flatmate went, what, Gene Simmons? I'm like, yeah, Gene Simmons. He's like, Out of Kiss. I'm like, Gene Simmons. He's like, Out of Kiss. I'm like, Gene Simmons. And I was like, is he not getting that this is a joke? I meant it as a joke. And then he was like, oh, yes, it's a joke. It's like, yes, it is. Because he thought I meant Gene Simmons. I'd only seen Gene Simmons, the other Gene Simmons, in black and white films. Hello, Tux the Penguin. And what I meant was, no, Gene Simmons, who was in, who was a young, she was in Great Expectations and other things. Is not the same Gene Simmons, obviously, as Gene Simmons out of Kiss, but I was making a joke based on the hilarious premise that they were the same person. This is the trouble when you make a joke and people think that you're not making a joke because they don't think you're capable of making a joke or something. Anyway, so I've been in a bit of a sort of yay mood. Not Gene Simmons from Kiss. No! That was a joke! Yes, anyway. Yeah, so Gene Simmons out of Great Expectations and other things. The British actress. That Gene Simmons. But I was making a joke based on hilarious misunderstanding, which turned into a not so hilarious misunderstanding. Yes, that's the trouble with acting like an idiot. So yeah, so I've got my like witch's hat on there. Witches! That looks awful, doesn't it? Oh, that is not my colour, that. Molly Brothers cat. Oh, hello, Molly the cat. Cats can't see screens though, can they? So Molly, or is it dogs that can't see the screens? Anyway, some animals can't see the screens, so I'll just colour and movement. So if the cat can see that, it's a magic cat. Yeah, we were thinking of putting catnip in the garden because it drives away mosquitoes, and we've got mosquitoes since we've got a dried up old rubbish pond, and also because we've got a food waste bin and mosquitoes are flying around it. Anyway, catnip is supposed to get rid of mosquitoes and also has the benefit of drawing cats to your garden, which in a way is good, but in another way is not so good because cats tend to soil themselves all over your garden. And also, if you're trying to get cats in your garden, not so good, because I know we used to have cats. My parents used to have cats, and I used to have a cat because I lived with my parents, because I was a child, and they didn't really like the catnip. We actually, Doctor Who, online NCE, what? I don't know what that means. Anyway, yeah. So the cats that we had didn't really respond to catnip because apparently it's a genetic thing. Genetically attracted to catnip. So the thing's gone. Am I going to go online NCE when Doctor Who is finished? NCE. Is that like a TV show? Once. Oh, are you going to come online once? Oh, I see. I thought it was like that Navy SEALs thing. Yeah, I got very confused there. Yes, I'm going to come online. I was still doing live ones before Doctor Who, and I'll carry on doing them after Doctor Who. I will, but I'll be talking about other things. RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't know who wants me to talk about that. Nobody. I was having a discussion about that as well earlier on, about the misogyny inherent in a lot of drag. Yes, it is. It's a lot of it is, but then some of it isn't. And I like it because it's pretty. And the thing is, like, you wear wigs and makeup and stuff. I don't really care who you are. Look at that. It's fun. Yeah, well, lots of people have never seen it, and some people have. And you get carried away, because it's one of those, because I like reality shows that have a talent element. And there's a lot of forcing people to do, like, dancing and singing. I like doing that. I like dancing and singing and dressing up. Like, I do it myself all the time if I could, but I don't do it that. I like watching other people doing it. Dance, monkeys, dance! For my entertainment. so I don't really care. You know, any sort of talent show. I haven't been watching The X Factor, to be honest. I have been watching Strictly Come Dancing because they're dancing for my entertainment. X Factor really wasn't doing it for me anymore. I think it's probably good that they're not having it on anymore after a little while. It's just a little bit repetitive with the same stupid songs and the same sort of people that get. But I like it because there's not. If the X Factor had more people dressing up and dancing and singing and being funny, that would be good. I haven't been watching I'm a Celebrity because I'm a Celebrity, even though there's sometimes talented people in it, they're not. They don't talented people in it. They're not. They don't tend to dress up and dance and sing and make jokes. Or they might do as a sort of. I used to watch Big Brother in the early days, and then I stopped watching it. Oh no! Whoa! Yeah, BBC is difficult. You know, I don't want her to leave. I don't mind if Chris Chibnall leaves. To be honest, if he goes today, I'm not going to be that sad. But I do like Jodie Whittaker. I think Jodie Whittaker should just stick it out and do it with somebody else. No, not do it with somebody else. Do Doctor Who with somebody else. Like, it was very sad when Christopher Eccleston left, and Christopher Eccleston didn't want to leave. As far as I know, I've heard so many rumours that said he was sort of pushed rather than he didn't want to go, and he really didn't like the fact that they pretended that he unprofessionally left without telling them, and he was like, no, I wanted to go on forever. Ever and ever and ever, but he didn't carry on forever, so he was most upset about that. So maybe that's what they're doing with poor old Jodie Whittaker. She's not that old. Poor Jodie Whittaker. That would be sad, you know. And then they're going to spread rumours about the whole thing. It's like, oh, we don't like these people. We're going to get rid of them. I don't know what sort of Machiavellian schemes are going on behind the BBC. You never know. It's I don't know. I've never worked for the BBC. I'm sure they're amazing. Well, I have once worked for the BBC through a third party, through Endemol. I can't say it was the best experience in the world. So that's probably why I'm a little bit put off by Big Brother as well, and the BBC. Otherwise, yeah. No, you can't blame the whole organisation. Most people in Endemol are probably amazing. Most of the people in the BBC are probably amazing. But sometimes they're not. And you've got to go with your own experiences, really, and being locked in a box in a freezing cold, wintry Bristol Square and being made to dance and sing and dress up for people's entertainment. Oh, I can see why that's not really a good thing now, coming to think of it. Yeah, anyway, it's good when I watch other people do it. It's not so good when other people watch me do it. Yeah. So, so it'd be a terrible shame if Jodie Whittaker leaves, but, you know, she's still in the middle of her career, so she's loads of things that she could do, so I don't blame her for leaving. There's probably loads of things that she could move on to and get more money and fame and be all different sorts of things. So that's fair enough. I don't want her to leave, but if she needs to leave, that's up to her, really. I like the other people, so if all the companions stay and then they have a different doctor, that would work, because they haven't really written the companions that well so far, but the actual people, I mean, today, this episode, I think they did a little bit more, and they actually got a little bit of personality out of them. That was good. They wrote actual lines and situations and things for them to do, whereas I don't know whether they'd let me audition for Doctor Who, really. I mean, I'm on Spotlight, and I'm a member of Equity. So that's a start, but that's where my likelihood of getting on there ends, really. But if they want me to audition for Doctor Who, I'll really be happy to. I'll do all the parts, and I'll dance and sing and dress up for everyone's entertainment, yes. Audition for Doctor Who. Me? Yes, why not? I could do that. I could do anything I wanted to do. The world is my oyster. But, you know, at the moment, I haven't really got much of a CV to... I mean, really, if you've ever seen Exorcism, the film that I was in, which I pointed out when I was making it. Oh, I don't get killed at the end. I can be in the sequel, as if there was going to be a sequel. And then they went, oh yes, we better kill you off in the end then. So that's no point you seeing it now, is there? I don't die. No, I can be in the sequel. Anyway, I'm probably not the star of that, which is a shame. I am in that. I'm in things. Yes. Oh, and the short film that I was in is going to be shown in, that I was in August? June. Anyway, that's going to be put forward. So you can't find it on YouTube anymore because I've made it private, because it's going to be in lots of, what they call festivals. So, you know, maybe it'll win prizes and get really big and I'll be famous from a short film. I'm sure it could happen. It might happen. There have been short films that have gone on to be massively successful. So who knows? I could use that as my audition. For Doctor Who, yes. And I can dance and sing and dress up and all sorts. What have I done since I saw you last? Not an awful lot, really. I've been shopping. Not for Black Friday shopping. I didn't really buy anything for Black Friday because it's not really a thing over here, although it is a thing over here. Like, somebody wished me happy Thanksgiving, and we don't really do Thanksgiving in Britain, but we still do Black Friday for some strange reason. For the last 3 or 4 years, it's just an excuse to go, because I'm used to be New Year's sales and Christmas sales and summer sales, and it's just an autumn sale, really. It's a sort of, let's sell all the rubbish off so we can get some more Christmas stock in sale. So, yeah. Oh, back to Doctor Who. Doctor Who, yes. So, King James, Alan Cumming, good. Everyone did well, yeah. Brian, is that his name? Ryan, I don't quite see. Is that the character's name, Ryan? Anyway, he was good this week, if that's his name. If that's not his name, even. Yes. And the actress's name is Mandeep Gill. That's not the name of the character. I suppose as characters go, when I can't even remember the name of the characters, they're not great characters. What's the name of her character? Anyway, she did something this week, which was, although the fact the doctor sent her off, hey, go to this dangerous place where people are getting killed and all sorts of terrible things happen. Go on, off on your own. Go on. Get into danger. Yaz, that's her. Go on, Yaz. Go get killed. Yes, Doctor, that's a good idea. No, send somebody with her. Yes, that's, well, yeah. Well, was there though? I mean, in the good old days of Doctor Who, like the Wheel in Space. I want to say Wheel in Space. That sort of era, that sort of time. They did have 3 companions then for a brief time. They had Polly, and they had that other bloke, and they had Jamie. And yes, think of it. I did think, yeah, that is a point, because Jamie just got into it and he was sort of unconscious for most of the episode, if it's the one I'm thinking of. So they probably couldn't really think of anything for them to. And then quite soon after that, 2 of them left, and they only left Jamie, and then they only had 2 companions. 2 companions is probably ideal. 1 is not enough. And I know for this, the newest series, 1 has been most of it Ben. That's it, Ben and Polly. And then Ben and Polly went away, and they almost got Pauline Collins in, and then they didn't. And then it was Jamie for a bit, and then they got Victoria, and then Victoria left, and then there was Zoe, and then there was just Jamie again. Now, I quite like Jamie on his own, and he was good with one other person. Probably 3 is too many, you're right. But when it first started, there was obviously 3, you know. So 3 companions is the tradition. Back to the beginning, when you've got 3 companions, and you've got an old man and 2 young women and a younger man. Doctor is exactly the same, except they've sort of reversed it. So the old man is one of the companions. He's not that old, but he's older. He's probably the same age as William Hartnell was, really, though, isn't he? Because William Hartnell was probably not as old as he looked. I don't think he was. And Bradley Walsh is probably younger than he looks. No, older than he looks. Anyway, you know what I mean. So yeah, so it's back to the beginning. 55, exactly. 55. He wasn't that old, and that's about Bradley Walsh's age, isn't it? Bradley Walsh might be older than that. So yes, so it's back to the traditions. So really, the Doctor is in the Barbara role, if anything. And then yeah, so Yaz is older than Susan was, really, though. Probably, because she was only supposed to be about 16. Oh, was she? Because she was a Time Lord. She might have been really, really old. She might have been like 200 years old. Difficult to say. They should get Susan back. They should recast Susan as somebody. Yeah. I think Peter Cushing played the Doctor in the movie versions because they thought he was a box office name because of all the Hammer horrors. And not thinking, probably not that much of a box office name in America, really, so it doesn't really make any difference, you know, even though Hammer Horror's big. Was it really that big? Like Christopher Lee was bigger, but probably still not that big. Christopher Lee probably didn't even really make it really big until Lord of the Rings, quite late in his career, even though he's a great actor. And Christopher Lee is one of those people that I had a massive crush on even when he was old. Really, Christopher Lee. I got a massive crush on quite a lot of people, really. I've got quite an eclectic mix of, you know, top 10 people that I would do. It's a big sort of eclectic mix of people, really. But Christopher Lee would be on it. Alan Cumming will probably be on it. And quite a lot of other people of various different types. I haven't really got... That's another thing. I was having a discussion about why people have types. That doesn't make any sense. You know, it's like you take an individual basis for basis. You know, I mean, at one point, I think lots of people have been on it anyway. Yeah, Will Ferrell was on my list at one point. Don't ask me why. Billy Crystal. Quite a lot of people. You know, name a person, they've probably at some point been on my... Name any person, they've probably been on my list. Anyway, Christopher Lee, what was I talking about? I got off on a tangent there, really. But it all goes back to Alan Cumming. Alan Cumming was, and probably still is, on the list of... Ooh. Anyway, Doctor Who. Mud. There was Mud. And there was Lancashire. And yeah, this is why, you know, when the Doctor mentioned Lancashire, and it's in Lancashire, and why did I think that she was from Lancashire? I don't know. There must have been something that made me think this. I don't know why. Who can say? Everyone's gone really quiet. Are you just thinking of list of who's on your list, Elise? Is this person on your list? Yes, it is. Who's this person? Whoever it is, they've probably been on my list, definitely. Oh, look at that old plug. That looks like it's gonna, see that old plug in the corner? That looks like really it's gonna be an electrical fire waiting to happen, doesn't it? We should probably get the electrics changed. So, Doctor Who. Yes, what's next week? I didn't really see the trailer. What's the trailer for next week? Did anyone see the trailer? Does it look exciting? It's nearly over, isn't it? The whole thing's nearly over, and there's not going to be another. There's going to be a New Year's one, the traditional Sherlock slot, because there won't be a Sherlock. Will there be a Sherlock? I don't think Steven Spielberg made a Doctor Who version film. Is he? Do you think he's going to do the Dalek weapons into fire? I think I've missed a couple of things here. Dalek weapons into fire extinguishers. I think some comments came up and I didn't see them. So I'm going to just assume, oh, lost a person. That's me meandering and wandering, as I always do. So, yes, nobody saw what the trailer was for next week, did they? Did anyone see what's happening in the news? Is there anything exciting or enthralling or happy news? Is there any happy news at all? Probably not. And it's been in America. It's been Thanksgiving this week, haven't it? Haven't it? Haven't it been? Hasn't it been? So yeah, Christmas. Yes, Christmas hasn't got any of the specials. All the Christmas specials have gone. Like they used to have on Christmas Day. There's so much TV because I used to go at my grand's house and there used to be a family gathering and everyone used to gather, all my mum's family, and everyone used to, oh, Norway next week, Norway. Anyway, everyone used to gather at my grand's house and it used to be amazing. But we used to have like the video recording all the things from the one side, and my auntie would record all the other things from the other side, and then somebody else would so all the Christmas specials, we could watch them all, and we'd watch all the Christmas specials when we got back because there were so many, we had to have loads of people recording them. But now you'd be lucky to get one Christmas special on Christmas Day. I mean, I used to like go, I don't want to go and have a party because I'll miss all the Christmas TV. And then when there wasn't the parties anymore, the Christmas TV wasn't anymore. Anyway, yeah. Like, do you remember Victoria Wood, bless her? She was promised a Christmas special on Christmas Day, and then they didn't put it on Christmas Day, and she was so annoyed. But then it wasn't the best Victoria Wood Christmas special anyway, so I can see, Victoria Wood's very funny, but the Christmas special that they didn't put on Christmas Day probably wasn't really a Christmas Day thing. Episode 9, It Takes You Away. Is that what it's called? Is that something to do with Norway? Is there going to be trolls, like Norwegian trolls, or is there going to be like a girl with a dragon tattoo, or is there going to be Vikings? Yep, there's going to be trolls. Trolls with a dragon tattoo. Oh, she's Swedish. I don't know. She's Scandinavian. Norway and Sweden and Denmark are Scandinavia, aren't they? And then Finland isn't, even though Finland looks like it should be because it's right next to them. So trolls. Is it going to be trolls? It might be trolls. Anyway, I'll probably wind it up now because that's me. Oh, that's so rubbish. As weeks go, it's attached to the thing. So I'm going to be Sharon Needles out of RuPaul's Drag Race. That's it. Maybe, don't know. There might be trolls. There is definitely a cabin in the woods. Maybe it's made of gingerbread and they'll be eaten by an old woman that puts them in a big oven. Yes. To Ronnie's Christmas special. Oh, yeah. I used to also really like Morecambe and Wise. My father hates Morecambe and Wise. He thought they were rubbish. He thought they were terrible. But, I like a good bit of Morecambe and Wise. Why not? Why not? Then again, I like Cannon and Ball too, so maybe my taste levels aren't really any double act. Probably Cannon and Ball would have been on my list at some point, but I was very young at the time. Best not go there, really. Anyway, so that will be me winding up, and I will see you next week, and I'll try to get a video up this week, but I really don't know what. I'm sort of lacking in inspiration. Sort of winter gloom is just like, why? Noel Edmonds, not sure. Yeah, I'm just going to watch some Christmas. Yes, I'll just watch Christmas TV. Maybe I'll do a countdown to Christmas TV. Maybe not. I don't really know. There's a giant bug. There's a giant bug where? In the background. I don't know what giant bug you're talking about. Is there a giant? There used to be a big spiders. No, not just one big spider, but I have seen some big spiders here, like giant spiders, like the ones from Doctor Who, that big. Probably the same thing. So yes, see, I was going to film the Christmas lights in London, but then when I went down, they were really unimpressive. Like all along Oxford Street, they're just the same ones as last year, and last year they were just big white baubles that look like they're made of sort of raffia. It film the Christmas nights in Doctor Who? Anyway, oh, a giant bug in Doctor Who, yes. I'm getting really confused about the cross-talking here. So, yeah, I will maybe... The thing is, like, my camera isn't really up to in the night shooting. And in the daytime, they're not very impressive at all. But maybe I'll probably be in the centre of town in maybe Wednesday. So I'll try and film something. Do I have a double thumb jointed? I don't think so. Anyway, I'll go now on that note. So I'll see you very soon. And maybe film the Christmas lights, yeah. See you. Bye-bye.